Okay, Dakota Solomon, this is Trevor Coleman again, and I wanted to continue our discussion on your swing and also compare it to a current Major League Baseball player. For you, I think the best example for you is Javier Baez. Hopefully you're not a big Cardinals fan, or if you are, hopefully you can put that in the back seat for a little bit and learn something from one of the best young hitters in the game today. Javier Baez has a leg kick, much like yours. I'm going to point out some differences that he does that work very well for him, and also I want to make sure I start here by talking about a couple other things with your swing that I didn't get to in the first part of the video. So I want to talk about, like I said, two things, and I'm going to start the process here with you. So we talked about your leg kick and how your hips need to be rearranged a little differently. We talked about how your hands, it'd be better if they got back a little bit farther. I want to talk about your head and how right here it kind of seems squished towards the baseball. Okay? Looks like this thing's pretty close and uncomfortably tight in your shoulders and your head and neck towards the baseball. That's something that I would keep an eye on and work on as well. The next thing I want to talk about, and this is a byproduct of our hips and our backside not functioning as well as they can, is the activity that we have with our shoulder and our head is such that it makes it difficult for us to consistently square up the baseball. So what I want to talk about is, let me go back just a split second here. Okay, I want to look at this right here. I want to look at your head. Okay, look at your shoulder. And I want to talk about what it does to the baseball. Okay, and how they're directly related. So these get pulling out really quick. I just proved it to you. If I was to redo your lines here, your circles here, we're talking about here and here. And we haven't even really begun to swing the bat. We still got quite a bit of lag in there. Okay? So what's happened is it's pulled our bat away from the pitch and towards third base. Okay? Towards left field. And it's taken this momentum that direction, which I'm going to show you here in a second, means that we run out of bat, essentially, at the baseball. Okay? That means is at the baseball, we tend to run out of bat. We don't square the ball up consistently. Okay, what I mean by running out of bat is that here's the bat, okay, the length of the bat, and the baseball gets hit off the end of it. Okay, because our momentum and everything is going away from the baseball. Okay, a video of your other swings, we've got several videos of you, shows this a little bit more about how the ball comes off the end of your bat. Okay, so we need to make sure we stay focused on keeping our front shoulder and our head and nose into the baseball longer. It's going to come out eventually, but as long as we can, we need to keep that head and shoulders in the baseball, in the swing. Okay, let's go ahead and look at Javier Baez. I want to back you up just a second and get you to the top of your leg kick again. So we get to there with your leg kick. Okay. Let's look at his. I've got it already set up for you. Look at the difference. Okay? We talked about how your hip to left knee angle is straight across. His is back towards the catcher a little bit. And then we've got the angle of his lower leg is pointed towards the pitcher, more toward the pitcher. What I want you to think about here when you're working on it is I want you to kind of get your butt to face the pitcher. Like Javier Baez here. I want your butt to kind of curl back a little bit to face the pitcher. What all this does and what it will help you create is more torque. Okay? The angle of his hips is turned backwards. Just a little bit. Okay? And what that does for him is it allows him to really coil up on that backside like we talked about for you to go ahead and really unleash the baseball or unleash the bat head toward the baseball. Okay? So we've talked about that. I also want to talk about how involved your backside is. We get to this point with your swing, and it's okay. We just need to be able to really use that to garner momentum and energy through the baseball. So let's go ahead and take a look at contact, at you at contact. And I want to show you this because this is really good. From the time your foot hits the ground, which is right here, this motion right here is really good. It's really advanced. Okay, and I'm talking about lower body here. I'm talking about lower body. How our lower body works to get to the baseball is great. That spot right there. Okay, let's go ahead and look at Javier Baez as he gets going. And he does kind of run out of the zone here, so it's hard to see it completely. Right there is where he's at. I want to show something, and this is not completely necessary. You do not have to have your foot off the ground to be a good baseball player, to be a good hitter. Okay? What you do have to have, though, is all your momentum going through the baseball. All of his energy is being inserted into the face of that baseball right now. What I still see with your swing a little bit is a little bit of energy back here. Okay, on this backside. It's still hanging back a little bit. What he's able to really capture is all this momentum going through the baseball. It's really able to really extend through the baseball, and that's what makes him such an explosive hitter. Okay, I do want to go back and talk about one big black eye that Javier Baez has. He strikes out a lot. Okay, we know this. We can look at his statistics. But here's the thing. That's something we're going to have to live with. Okay, you're a leg kick kid. You've got a leg kick. You're going to hit for power. You've got a lot of strength in there. We're going to have to live with some strikeouts. Now, obviously, we don't want to strike out all the time. That's not our goal by any means. Okay, but because the leg kick introduces timing issues, because our leg has to be down in time, our foot has to be on the ground in time to hit the baseball, it creates a difficult situation for us to consistently be on time. So we're going to get beat. We're going to be late. We're going to be out in front on breaking balls. That's something we're going to have to live with and continue to work on. Okay, but we're going to have to live with that. The goal is to get to the point where we know our swing well enough. We know our rhythm and timing well enough to know how to unleash that bat into the baseball. Okay, like Javier Baez here. Okay, he's had enough practice at it that he's able to do that. I want to show you him one time through here, one more time. He really gets all his momentum through the baseball, and that's something we're looking for your swing. Dakota, again, I want to thank you for being a part of the hitting experience. I hope you enjoyed this instructional video, and you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. Thank you.